Hey, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. I'm Will from MySpace, and we are live from London for another MySpace live web chat. We are deep in the heart of MySpace, and with me is a young lad who is literally the most talked about person on the entire internet. And you'll be talking to him in just a second. Firstly, this is how it works. In the chat below, you can ask anything you like. Just log in with your MySpace, Facebook, Twitter or AIM login and send us your message. So, here he is, the wonder boy, the phenomenon, Mr. Justin Bieber.
What's going on? Good to see you.
Good to see you, man. So we've got a lot of questions from fans. A lot of questions from fans. It's kicking off. And I'm going to start with a question from the blog. We've got a lot of good questions on the blog this week. This one's from Holly. Hello, Holly. She asks, when will you have a tour in the UK? It's quite a common question.
In the UK, I'll be doing a tour later this year. We're going to do some shows out here.
Cool. Any tours in Europe planned?
Yeah, we're going to be doing some shows. Nothing set date yet.
Nothing concrete yet. Cool. Keep us posted on your Twitter and your MySpace. We've got Jen here asking, what's it like hearing a million girls shouting your name and saying I love you? Does it ever get annoying?
No, it doesn't get annoying. I mean, I like all the support that I've been getting. All my fans have been, incredible, and I've just been having, a great time with it.
Nice. There was a lot of girls screaming outside earlier, I've just heard.
Yeah.
How many were there?
I don't know. I didn't count.
No? You didn't sort of check them all out and score them? 1 to 10? Well, China Ann, it's a good question on the blog here. She asks, your style is very pop, but you were all about R&B when you started out. Why did you decide to change your style for the album? Of course, the album My Worlds, which is out next week.
Yes, My Worlds in the UK comes out on Monday, and yeah, I'm really excited about it. But I didn't change my style. I'm still, like pop R&B. It's always been, what I liked.
If you were going to deviate from that to any other style of music, which do you think it would be if you were forced to pick another style of music?
I don't know. I would never be forced to.
That's a good answer. I like that. Man who sticks to his guns. He hasn't brought any guns with him.
No, I'm not strapped.
Jody asks, what's the worst experience you've had whilst being famous? Jody?
The worst experience I've had? I mean, I don't really have bad experiences. They've been pretty good. The time in Long Island where I didn't get to, hang out with my fans. I was supposed to go there for a signing, and things got too crazy. They shut down the mall, so that was pretty disappointing.
I saw you tweet out earlier today about fans bouncing off your car.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of fans hitting the windows and stuff.
Don't go bouncing off his car.
No.
Could get quite hurt. Could damage the car.
Could damage yourself.
You could be liable for that, going that. Mess up your insurance history.
Yeah, I wouldn't be liable.
Ebony asks, would you ever date a fan if you got to know them?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's whatever the situation is. If that happens, then it happens. But I'm not gonna.
Not gonna force it.
No.
You know what? The most popular question on the blog by far was absolutely, would you take the time to get to know a fan?
Yeah.
Which is a strangely specific question, but I think a lot of people were wondering, amongst the sort of masses of girls, would it put you off if someone approached you and you knew they were a fan of yours? Would it sort of put you off having any sort of relationship with them? Would it be a bit weird, or?
I mean, I'm not gonna date a girl that's gonna be like, oh my gosh, Justin, oh my gosh, Justin.
Yeah.
Like, that's just not.
Asking for your autograph every time you go home.
Yeah.
We've got Rob on the blog. He says, what inspires you as a musician?
What inspires me? Like, my fans inspire me, as well as, like, just my mom inspires me, and, like, my dad, and God inspires me. But, like, I've looked up to a lot of, like, musicians as well, like Michael Jackson and Boyz II Men and people like that.
And who have you met that those people who inspire you? Have you met a lot of them?
Yeah, I met Boyz II Men. I didn't get to meet Michael Jackson, but yeah.
Yeah. girlfriends have you had? And who is your best friend?
How many girlfriends have I had? I've had like three. Three girlfriends. And
you a long-term kind of guy?
I mean, I can be. Just depends.
And who is your best friend?
My best friend? I have two, Ryan and Chaz. And Julian is one of my other best friends.
Cool. So I guess you're with Ryan a lot of the time on tour and on promo tours and stuff.
Yeah.
That's great. That's really good.
It's not him, by the way.
Oh, it's not right. I'm so sorry.
He's a good friend of mine, but I wouldn't consider him a best.
Do you ever bring any of your best friends out on tour?
Yeah. I thought that was what you were talking about.
Right.
But my friend Ryan Butler, he's travels with me. He was in New York the other day. With me, and but yeah, shout out to my boy Ryan.
What's up, Ryan?
What's up?
This is Jen. A question on the blog. Do some negative comments people have towards you tend to get under your skin?
Not at all.
Bounces off you a bit.
Yeah.
What's the? Do any comments? What's it like when the press talk about you? I mean, how do you feel about that? Whether it's good or bad, how does it sort of strike you?
It's cool. I mean, I'm glad to just be on in the press and have that attention.
Yeah.
It's good.
Can't grumble. All publicity is good publicity, to say?
I mean,
How do you feel about that?
I don't necessarily think that's true, but I think that publicity is good.
Yeah. I mean, it's also a lot of people say there's nothing worse than being not talked about at all as well.
Yeah.
Demi asks, will you ever do a tour around the UK? We've already had that one.
Yeah.
But the answer is very soon, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Liz, hello Liz. Liz is asking, what is a typical day when you're not on tour for Justin Bieber?
A typical day is, I don't know. I don't really have a typical day. Usually, it's all different. Whether we're on promo tour, whether we're waking up early to do radio or photo shoots. So everything is different. It doesn't, I don't have a typical day.
A lot of people ask about whether you would sort of miss the life you had before you were famous.
Yeah.
What do you miss about it?
I'm tired.
Sleep?
Yeah.
Lying in bed till 12 noon.
Yeah, I definitely miss that. I miss that. But I miss just being able to hang out with my friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't get to hang out with them as much as I'd like to. But
do you ever think maybe in the future, way in the future, when you're maybe in your 30s or 40s, whatever, do you ever sort of have a dream about sitting on the front porch of a nice little villa somewhere in the middle of nowhere and it's all died down?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that far ahead. I'm just thinking of tonight when I get to sleep in my